Hi, this is Peter. In this video I will show you the game between Frederick Kotov and Vladimir Uljanov. Frederick Kotov had white pieces in this game and he started with e4. Vladimir Uljanov went for Caro-Kann defense and both players played their favorite moves. So Kotov played early f4 and Ulyanov played c6 to c5, which is a mistake. And as I said 2 videos ago, I gave you some reasons why this is a mistake. I thought, what's the better way to show you that this is actually a mistake than to elaborate on the previous game and to actually show you the wrong approach here that I found some time ago and I also learned from this game. So Kotov continued with bishop to d3 and he accomplished his mission. He lured the pawn to c4. So we have bishop to e2. And now, as I said, black has to be playing on the queen side, but he's ill-advised to castle queen side. And also there's no tension now between pawns. You always want to keep the tension. If you don't have to release it, it's always better to keep the tension. Okay, the game continued with natural knight to c6 and c3 from Kotov, simply solidifying d4 pawn, queen to b6, and now white correctly assumed that black would castle long in this position because he developed his queen side, so logically he should castle queen side. And he did, but as I said, this is not the best move. And b3 brings immediate advantage to black. So Kotov played b3, the best move. Now king to b8, king safety first, king is going away out of the open. And now very good move from Kotov, king to h1. There are no surprise tactics along a7 to g1 diagonal now. Pawn takes, preparing b4, rook to c1, c8, sorry. So Ulyanov decided to attack the pawn on c3, but white ignored this and simply continued with the plan b4. Knight c to e7, attacking the pawn, and now Kotov played very good move in this position, which is knight from f to d2, because he realized that he's going to be attacking on the queen side, not on the king side, so he simply doesn't need his pieces here. And this is also very nice because this knight is defending the pawn. And this knight, of course, has the idea to go to c5 via b3. And also there are some sidelines, of course, in this position, but for simplicity's sake, I decided to cover them in the next video. Because this game has a lot of fireworks, even without analyzing sidelines. Okay, Ulyanov continued with h5, which is a very nice move because he's luring this bishop to take the pawn. This is a pawn sacrifice, but white is ill-advised to take the pawn because rook would be eyeing the king then. This is not losing, but white has a better move in this position and Kotov played a better move, which is simply to continue the plan with knight to b3. Queen to d8, queen is badly placed on b6, and Ulyanov realized this. Knight to c5 as planned, rook to c7. The idea is that this rook would defend the d7 square against knight to d7 check along some lines, not right now, of course. So this is a very solid positional move from black, it seems, because in this position If Ulyanov were to play b6, this would lose immediately to rook takes on a7. And if bishop to g4, then queen to a4 is winning. So under the and if knight to c6 defending the pawn, then b5 is winning. So under the circumstances, Ulyanov played the best move, which is rook to c7. The game continued. Now this is the problem with rook to c7. Knight is coming to b5 to attack it. And also the idea behind rook to c7 was that knight could come to c8 to defend the pawn on a7. But still, Kotov continued with knight to f5, knight to b5, excuse me, rook to c6, saving the rook. Now very simple, knight takes on a7. And after this, queen to a4 brings immediate advantage to Kotov. The threat is very strong check on a7, and bishop takes knight is defending, at least for one move. D takes on a c5, and now knight to c8. Very clever move by Ulyanov. Knight is defending a7 now, and queen to a8 is possible, but king to b7, king to c7, and this would bring no immediate advantage to Kotov. This would not increase the advantage, excuse me. So Kotov played better move in this position, simply attacking the rook. And now, if rook takes pawn, then bishop to 3 is winning. So black played the best move, knight g to e7. So if pawn takes, then knight takes, and there is some solid defense around the king. But again, there is a better move, and the move is what Kotov played, and this is very simple chess, simply developing bishop to e3, connecting rooks. This is also very important. King to c7, king tries to run away. Kotov continued with queen to a8 now. This, if he were to play this before this check, because king was on b8, wouldn't give any strong advantage to white, wouldn't increase the advantage. So Kotov played better move, first bishop to e3 and then queen to a8. And now king to d7, king tries to run away, and now pawn takes rook with check. Knight takes, and after the trade of queens, white is winning. The game continued with few more moves, because well, maybe Kotov hoped for some complications. Excuse me, Ulyanov maybe hoped for some complications. Rook f to a1, very important. And now in this position Kotov played the last, well, the last best move in this position, which is king to g1. King is getting out of the danger. Even though this file is still closed, this is a very good prophylactic move by Kotov. Now again Kotov played the best move, which is bishop to g5, stopping bishop to g5, stopping g5 from black. And now, instead of bishop takes on h3, Ulyanov decided to go for some complications and maybe hope to change the outcome of the game, with d4, but fortunately Kotov didn't fall for this and didn't play pawn takes pawn on d4, but bishop to f3, which is the strongest move on the board. Bishop to c2, g2, excuse me, c2, and Kotov realized he can actually sacrifice the exchange in this position because king has to come to the back rank, and now white is winning the rook. Last ditch effort by Uljanov, but in this position Uljanov realized that there's completely no hope for black, and he resigned the game. And that is all. As promised, in the next video we are going to cover some sidelines to this, but for the time being I think that there's there are a lot of fireworks in this game alone not to cover sidelines in this video. So that is all. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.